Y'all ever had carrots so good you forget they're vegetables? Well, these honey glazed carrots would do just that. Buttery, sweet, and downright delicious. Let's get to cooking. I'm starting off with some rainbow carrots, but you can use any kind of carrots that you would like. Now, some people say they don't like carrots, but I say if you've met butter and honey, this recipe would definitely change your life. As you can see, I've pared them, got that skin off, and I am cutting into thin strips. You can cut them into coins. You can cook them whole, or you can simply, rinse off those baby carrots and use them as well. I typically like my vegetables cut a little bit on the rustic side, so normally I'm keeping mine whole or at least cut in half. But I'm trying to be fancy. I'm trying to be fancy, so I'm cutting them into strips. There, it's about a quarter inch. Just be aware that they will shrink up once you roast them. Isn't that beautiful? All those wonderful colors. And I am simply going to put them on a pan and roast them. But you don't have to roast them. You can actually cook them on the stove in a little broth of water. Or you can do half oven and then finish it off with the sauce. But I'm roasting all the way. I'm going to add a little bit of oil, some salt, and some pepper, and that's all that's needed. I'm just going to massage those carrots until they are well covered. I can't speak today. They are well covered. Now, I used to be one of those people who only ate my carrots raw, roasted with some chicken in a pan, or out of a can. So that's pretty basic, right? But then I stumbled upon glazed carrots. And for this video, I'm just choosing to do a full roast of the carrot, then add the glaze. You're going to preheat that oven to 400 degrees, and you're just going to roast them until they're tender. And now for the star of the show, the butter. Now that's 3 tablespoons of butter. That's going to be melted in a hot pan. We're going to add 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, and of course a quarter teaspoon of nutmeg, or as you desire. And we're going to add that to this mixture. And then of course what we're going to add next is what I like to call liquid gold. Oh yes, that honey. Now, if I could drizzle some of this on my bills and make them disappear, yeah, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? And again, I'm using this, I think it's pronounced, I can't never pronounce it, acacia honey. I like it because it is a very mild honey. So it sweetens without a strong honey flavor. And I'm just adding a tablespoon or 2. Okay, it's 2 tablespoons. And we're just going to mix that up for a few minutes until it's nice and bubbly. You see, I got to get all that honey out. Things are a little expensive today. You want to make use of every drop. We're going to mix that up really well. Like I said, just let it bubble for a few minutes. There are some other variations. If you don't have honey, you can use some maple syrup. You can also add a little allspice, a little cardamom, and just, spice it up to your desire. At this point, we're just thickening up that glaze. And next, we're going to add some citrus to this. We're going to add a little bit of orange zest. Anywhere from a half of a teaspoon to a full teaspoon is perfect. Don't worry. No oranges laying around the house. Maybe a little orange juice will work, just a little. And once I place that in the glazed mixture, I'm probably going to cook that for about, maybe 2 to 3 minutes just to incorporate that flavor. And when you get that orange zest off of your orange, you want to make sure that there are no white parts of that rind because that's kind of bitter. Because I've cut up my carrots nice and thin, they're ready to be added into my glaze. You just want to mix that really well to make sure it's fully coated. And of course, to soak up all that honey butter goodness, I'm going to add a teaspoon of lemon juice to my pan and put it back in the oven for a few minutes, about 5 minutes. Here it goes. Voila. That's it, y'all. Sweet, buttery, and absolutely delicious. It's my honey glazed carrots. Now, if you like this recipe, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't made it yet, make sure to subscribe. And don't forget to watch this video right here.